Welcome to the Insatiable Lust for Life with Stephen North. Hello and welcome to the Insatiable Lust for Life. I am Stephen North. In tonight's episode, I wanted to focus on the heart activation music and what it is about and the variety of the works in music that I have been creating with Amy North, who's my spirit guide and twin flame, and we wanted to use this episode to showcase some of the work that we've been doing together. Now, the Insatiable Lust for Life, as you know, is a combination of talkback segments, music, DJ sets, kind of showing that there is much more to life than what we think it to be. You know, it's 2017, today's the 1/1/17, and the time for me is 11:44 p.m. And life over the past few months, and I'm going to say 2016, was very diverse. You know, on one aspect there was much creation, much foundation, much structure being set up in terms of the business of Stephen North and the creation of Starpoint 9 and the business funding from the government grants to, you know, promote awareness for heart activation music and get this business up and running. We had the Conscious Living Expo in November, as well as having to do with the struggles and the frustrations of doing all this with such limited resources, limited funding, and learning to change the way that I see the aspect of money. You know, a few years ago when I had a government job earning good money, I was also spending the money as fast as I could earn it and would throw myself into much debt. So there had to be some sort of stop-gap intervention, if you would like to call it that, so that I would learn to appreciate and understand how to work with the resources rather than just blowing the money. So the past 2 years of unemployment, and I'd say 2.5 now since it's 2017, has seen the creation of many different things and looking at going, okay, we need to treat life as a business. We have this income, we have that outgoings, we need to look at this, we need to look at that, we need to live within our means, we need to live within our experiences. And part of this has been the creation of the music works. And last year saw that the heart activation music get a government grant to focus on the development of the therapy aspect. And it's been greatly received and timely spent. So this episode, we really want you to look at the various differences and the way that I look at the creation of music and the heart activation side of things. I mean, the heart activation music is all about the utilization of sounds and frequencies in order to heal ourselves from traumatic experiences, painful wounds. You know, traumatic experiences could be a breakup, it could be rejection, it could be something else. But the idea of this is to allow ourselves to open up. You know, as Amy and I are working together and channeling Amy and channeling the masters and putting their frequencies and light codes into the music, it's allowing our energetic systems, our molecular, you know, the molecules within our physical body to respond to these frequencies. So tonight's episode is more of a walk down what the heart activation music has achieved. We're not going to look at the meditation aspect. I mean, I might be able to throw in a 10-minute session at the end, depending on how much time we have. And I wanted to introduce you to a number of tracks. So to get straight into it, I'm going to talk about one of the tracks that I have, and this is what I call the Bodhisattva Journey. And the reason why I call it the Bodhisattva Journey is because during my awakening and growth aspect. We discovered that Amy and myself are what you would call bodhisattvas. So, and that means that people that have reached enlightenment for the purpose of humanity, and that's everyone. What everyone on this planet is working for is to become what you call bodhisattvas, which is that you're gaining enlightenment, and the more that you work on yourself and learn many different new things, such as what some of these people are teaching, such as what Amy and I myself teach, it will pretty much make you the path to becoming a bodhisattva. It's not impossible. You can achieve it. Everyone can achieve it. So the song that I used was inspired by the journey and using a lot of Indian mantras, not Native American Indian, but more India. And in this song, I'm using the frequencies of unakite, muscovite, and damburite from those crystals. And this, damburite is a really loving crystal. It's such a beautiful one. Very interesting trinity to weave together. But the song comes through very beautifully. So let's get straight into it. This is the song The Bodhisattva Journey by yours truly, Stephen North. So that's a song that I've entitled The Bodhisattva Journey, which has the frequencies of Unakite, Muscovite and Amburite. So the next song that I'm going to be showcasing is one that is called Keys to the Heart. Now, this song was created back in June of 2016, and the song speaks of the heart, the love, the joy, the peace that is within the energy of love and that is constantly surrounding us. And it's love that we have for ourselves, that we've created for ourselves and others, and it's designed to really focus on what the feeling of love is. So I've written this music with the idea of capturing love. So many of us have gone through our lives with an understanding of what we think love is. And then when we have a breakup or a relationship or issues, or, when we go through the series of relationships that we are required to go through, if we've got that in our life path, that we learn what love is. And when our heart aches, we tend to find ourselves asking if this is true love or whether we're just content. And this is what's been in my own experience of having relationships, my own previous marriage and stuff like this, where I find myself going, is this what love is? Because we're constantly giving and giving. So I started looking at what love is, and this has been going over the past, that's my lifetime. Like, what do I think it is, and how do I capture that as an energy and transfer that into music? Because we've all know what love is. Everyone does. We have our own flavor of it. We have our own definition of it. We have our own meaning of it. So what my interpretation is and what your interpretation is, it could be two different things, but at the end of the day, it's our own interpretation, our own flavor. So what I've tried to do with this song is to help people feel the connection of love within your own heart. And that's why this is called heart activation music. So this is designed to help one person connect within ourselves, because it's the love that we have within that will make the greatest impact of our own lives. So self-love, in the essence of we really value ourselves and we really love ourselves, is so important, because as one of the sayings that I remember is, if we do not love ourselves, why should someone else do? And it's not in the sense of being filled with ego or filled with, confidence is a very good thing. So we definitely want confidence. So we want confidence in ourselves. We want love in ourselves. We want to value ourselves. We want to know that we are who we are. We want to be ourselves. So what I've done with this song is that with the energies of Satyaloka quartz, which is about the energy of connection, of enlightenment, and it vibrates at the frequency of the pure white light, as well as adding celestial amethyst, which is added which has been attuned to Amy North, who is all about unconditional love. And this song, and with the amethyst, it's also about the bond that the spirit guide and the incarnate have together with the healing energies of Ascended Master Hilarion, which is done through clear quartz. So in this song, we have the crystals of Satyaloka quartz, clear quartz and celestial amethyst, with Master Hilarion and Amy North. So let's get straight into Keys to the Heart by Stephen and Amy North. When I listen to Keys to the Heart, I'm constantly reminded of the love that Amy and I share together as spirit guide and incarnate, as well as the extraordinary bond that we have as twin flames. I mean, it's just so beautiful, and every time I listen to this music, I'm constantly reminded about the creativity that we have within us. The next song that I'm going to showcase is exclusively available only to this podcast. It is called Raphael's Shrine of Healing. Now, the concept behind the album that I'm working on, which is called the Archangel Collection, is to be able to showcase the different personality types that the archangels have. So I sit down with each of the archangels and we write a song that represents their personality, their energy, and we embed their energy and their consciousness within the track as well. So that way when the person is listening to their song, they can feel the archangel coming through. So for the very first time, let me start again. For the very first time, exclusive to the Insatiable Lust for Life podcast, you can hear Raphael's Shrine of Healing. Thank you. Isn't that song absolutely beautiful? Raphael's Shrine of Healing by Stephen North. Okay, so the next track that I want to introduce you to is one that's currently available for sale on cdbaby.com, which is called... I'll give you... I have gone completely blank. It is actually called Love for Kalyani, which is the energies of Ascended Master Jawaj Kul. So, in the end of December 2016, which is when I created this song, the influx of energies that we've witnessed over the past few days was there to... It's like it had two octaves, the lower frequency and then a higher frequency. The lower frequency was there to shake us up and clear us up. Now the higher frequencies are there that we needed to connect into. So I was inspired to create this song and embed the frequencies of Ascended Master Jawaj Kul. I cannot pronounce his name. And along with added the crystal of Tanzanite. Yes, that lovely, great crystal. I managed to get my hands on a rather big piece and able to work with the frequencies of Tanzanite and embed that into the audio. So this song is designed to promote dancing, to get your feet on the ground, to get it moving, to anchor in, to shake off the old and embody the new. So now the reason why I called it Kalyani is that the feminine form of Kalyani is the feminine form of Kalyan. In the Hindu epic, the Mahabharata, I hope no one's going to ping me for the way I pronounce these words, is the name of one of the Kritikas or Pleiades. It is also another name for the Hindu goddess Durga and Parvati. So that's why I called it Kalyani, because it's designed for the love of the goddess in the feminine energy. So in this track, I've also added the binary frequency of 7.5 Hz, which promotes creativity and the inward focus. This frequency is said to be perfect to contact spirit guides and for direction. And one of the things that my purpose in this life is to get people excited about connecting with spirit guides. So by doing the heart activation music, we're embedding the frequencies of spirit guides into audio, into music, into sounds. That way we are embracing their consciousness, their frequencies, their love that they have for humanity. Spirit guides especially have always been human, and they are human. And they operate in their own realm called the spirit guide realm, and there's a lot to learn about this. And this is a lot of the stuff that Amy and I talk about. So they say that by the binary frequency of 7.5 Hz is another way is a frequency that allows you to connect to your spirit guide. So by adding this frequency in with Jawaj Kul, who is known affectionately as the Tibetan or the Master DK, he's one of the great masters of wisdom and compassion. So in order to prepare spiritual aspirants throughout the world of the coming planetary initiation, we embedded the 7.5 Hz, the Tanzanite crystal and clear quartz crystal so that we can amplify the connection to the Ascended Master. So this master is dedicated to helping all beings achieve enlightenment and has consistently spoken of this as a group process. So by group process is that we are achieving enlightenment as a collective, not as an individual, not as one person, but as many people. And this is what the whole process of what we're going through now is the evolution of a planet, as the evolution of a civilization, as the evolution of cultures, as the evolution of everything, because everything is one. And we are living on one planet, not one block of land divided among many. As much as that's the way that the current system appears to look like, we still live on one planet. And if someone pollutes the oceans in one area, it's going to impact on the oceans in another area. So that is why we're focusing on this oneness so much. So this master imparts collective wisdom harvested from many spiritual traditions and presents them in contemporary terms that have great value to any spiritual seeker. A captivating storyteller, he spins memorable parables that illuminate important spiritual truths. So this is another thing that Amy and I do. We don't really reference many cultures. We don't have the same we don't use the same teachings from one specific one. We share teachings from all over, because not one is always correct and not one is always wrong. You take what you need, because if you don't understand one, you may understand the other aspect, you may understand the other aspect, you may understand the aspect from another culture. It's all relevant to the same teachings across the board. Everything is one, it's just the different flavors of the same messages coming on and on. So this track is called Love for Kalyani. It's absolutely new. I only finished it on the 21st of December. You can purchase it now. So before I start to waffle on anymore, let's get straight into the music. It's really interesting to see the diversity of the heart activation music, where we're going from group sessions where we use more of a meditative kind of approach, and then when we listen to this last track that we played, it's a house feel, and it shows the avenue that there is much, much more to this work than just focusing on meditation. And what we're doing with this work is we're going to be able to open the door and allow other musicians. So the idea for the coming future is that Starpoint 9 creates its own record label, and we promote and publish other people's music, and we will do co-creation. We work together so that we can reach out to more people and begin changing and bringing forward the activations of what we need to do to evolve humanity. So, as well as heal each other, the heart activation music itself is just really remarkable. We've seen so many different results. We've seen people overcoming depression. We've seen people dealing with fears. We've seen some really, truly amazing results. And we can talk about this in one of our other speeches and talks where we present what it is, and we can get to this another time. In fact, if you go over to learnitlive.com, or actually come visit our website once we've finished rebuilding it, we'll actually share a video into what the heart activation music is. So this next track that I want to introduce you to is called Amy's Bells of Fiore, and this track speaks of Amy's passion and compassion and the love that she has without judgment nor conditions, and it goes without time. And to have Amy as my spirit guide has been really one of the most greatest blessings that a man could really have. And I'm saying that without trying to be biased, because she's my twin flame as well, but the fact to have this really beautiful connection and that everyone else has with their spirit guide is truly a blessing. And it was only April of 2015 that I got in connection with Amy at a consciousness level, and then the more I meditate, or the more I actually really think about what's happening in this lifetime, I started seeing the patterns that was always there. I was seeing the build up to meeting who Amy was. So this song speaks of who she is, with her vibrancy, and it's filled with bells and happiness, and this happiness that she has is a reminder of what we need to embrace into our lives every day. We create our reality, we create our world, and her message really is to say that, hey, this is what you've created. And I'm still amazed, and someone pointed out to me that when I'm looking at all the struggles that I've experienced last year now, they reminded me of all the creation of what's happened, the business proposal, the music, the workshops, everything that's happened, the content of being developed, the websites being created, the marketing materials, working with other professionals around the world. The creation has soared to a new level, and I'm sitting here going, well, what are we doing? I mean, the Insatiable Lust for Life podcast has been creating, and you're listening to one of the creations that Amy got me to do and I did it within 24 hours. So we're broadcasting all around the world on iTunes, on Google Play Music and everything else like that, and listening live directly from my website. So this is one of the avenues that the whole publishing business is going to eventually develop. So in this track of Amy's Bells of Fiore, it uses dioptase, celestial amethyst, and sodalite. And again, before I waffle on even further, let's go straight into her beautiful song. This is Amy's Bells of Fiore by Stephen North. This next track I'm going to introduce you has a bit of a story behind it, and in this track it was created to really help with the repair work that was required for someone's heart space. And after receiving an intensive healing session with Jenny Schiltz, who has been featured on the Insatiable Lust for Life, and we do the Ascension series with. So the inspiration of the song was by the strength and the inspiration and the desire for life that Alexandra has. Her energy sparkled as she kept pushing forward with her desire to be free from the chains that held her down. The song is about how she overcame that limitation and broke free with the unity of love and the unity of oneness, and that love was with hers. So, with the need to open our hearts even more, to embrace the love that is to create the world of love that we all long for, which is why we've created the heart activation music. For the love that we have, the unconditional love that we have, this is what's within the heart activation music. So with this specific track, we added a large number of crystals that have a series of activation codes. What it's done is that it brought on a world of change for Alexandra, and it brought on a self-empowerment for her. And within the short period of time that she's been listening to this song, she's brought on remarkable change, and she's done it herself. So the heart activation music is a tool that can help you regain your life and shift your life path to where you need to be. So this song has, as I said before, brought on a world of change for Alexandra, and she wants the world to feel that love that is contained within, so that can help change yours. Which is why we called for the Dance of Love, as it's all about dancing, about the enjoyment of life, about experiencing and sharing the amazing things and that we all have, and that is love. So the personal message that Alexandra has is that this track is absolutely magical and beautiful. Thank you so very much. That the sound and frequency simply leaves her speechless. She even has the introduction of this song as her ringtone, so that's how much she loves this song. She's had it on replay ever since, and she is just so happy that this song has been created. She said that it really spoke a lot about her, and that's one of the things that we can do, is that we are able to sit down and work with your spirit guide and create a song for you. And that's what this song with the Love for Alexandra was created. So within this song, I've added the crystals amethyst, celestial amethyst, clear quartz, faden quartz, onyx, quantum quattro, selenite, bloodstone, tanzanite, kunzite, morganite, dioptase, and lepidolite. And believe me, I thought that was going overboard. I really thought that this was just going to be so extreme, so intense, that it may have been a little bit too much. Not only did I have those crystals, I also added the frequencies of Ascended Master Lady Nada, Ascended Master Sananda, Cyrus, Hilarion, Amy North, Archangels Michael, and Metatron. The way that this has come out is so beautiful. The way that the energies complement each other, the way it's being weaved together, is such a beautiful compilation of energies and sound, and the music complements it, and it's just such a beautiful song, and I can feel the energies coming through me as I speak about it now. So let's go straight into it. This is the Dance of Love for Alexandra. We're almost at the end of this show. We have one more song left, so let's get straight into this before it ends. song that was titled The Dance of Love for Alexandra. And now we're going to move into the final one of the evening, which is called Red Tara's Earth. Now, this song is dedicated to one of my guides. And the majority of songs that I'm creating are either to the archangels, the ascended masters, or to guides that I work with directly, such as Michael, Uriel, Moonchild, Windhorse, Amy, and when I got introduced to Red Tara was on the same day as Amy. Now, there's a lot of information about Red Tara on the internet, such as the Buddhism deity, the Hindu deity, and these representations are of the goddess aspect. Now, in one of my lifetimes, I devoted my entire life to Red Tara, and when she introduced herself, she said that she's devoted to me and has been ever since. So, when I'm reading some of the information that I've written when I released this track on the December 2015 and put it on YouTube, I kind of feel that it's different because the consciousness of who Red Tara is the same as Mother Mary is Kuan Yin, and they both have different aspects of the one of the consciousness of who Red Tara is, of who Green Tara is, of who Mother Mary is, of who Kuan Yin is. So one of the things that Red Tara said to me is that you can make life as complicated as you want to or as simple as you want to. So what I did with her is, because I associate Red Tara, Mother Mary and Kuan Yin with the love of the planet, I created this track called Red Tara's Earth because of the female energy that is Gaia, the female energy being the one that's leading the transformation on the planet, the female energy of who we are becoming. And in this song I'm using the crystals lepidolite and muscovite, as long as with a binary frequency that resonates with the earth. So this is the final song for this episode of the Insatiable Lust for Life, which is focused on the heart activation music. So we're going to get into this and I'll say some farewells on the other end. And that brings this episode of the Insatiable Lust for Life, focusing on the heart activation music, to a close. If you'd like to learn more about the heart activation music, the album releases that we've got coming up, or you'd like to understand more about the therapy aspect, please feel free to contact me at www.stevennorth.com.au. That's STEVENNORTH, one word. That's www.stevennorth.com.au. I am also on Facebook, where you can find those pages on the website. I'm also in the process of developing Starpoint 9 into being more of the retail aspects and slowly bringing into a bigger business so that we can help other people to promote themselves as well as us. We're trying to build another website on Starpoint 9, and I'm doing all this on my own. Well, when I say on my own, Amy and I are doing this. So we're also giving speeches on spirit guides. We've got one coming up in the 15th of January in 2J. We've got the decoding and deprogramming of the human mind workshops coming up every Monday and Thursday night with Malene Lafont, the Elohim of Light, and Amy. We've also got the heart activation music sessions every fortnight, where Amy's also pushing forward to doing a monthly group session where we do this every full moon. And there's a lot of other different events and workshops that we want to explore with. The Crystal Beta Gamma group, which we experimented with last year, was also involved with doing healing sessions and working with other people to try and explore a different way of working with crystals, the way that I've worked with myself and the creation of the heart activation music. So there's so much more work that we're creating. So this is Stephen North and Amy North. This is the Insatiable Lust for Life, and we thank you very much for tuning in. Everyone have a happy new year. Make sure you check out Jocelyn Joyce Thomas's latest channeling with Archangel Michael, where he talks about what's to come in this new year. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed evening, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. Ciao. Welcome to the Insatiable Lust for Life with Stephen North.